up, everybody? It's your girl Mika, and you're watching the Red Cup Podcast, where truth, pop culture, and politics meet. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Mika, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks because this is where truth, pop culture, and politics meet. What's going on with everybody today? What's up, you guys? What's going on? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. What's going on, Carol? What's going on, Sugar Shane? What's going on, your car? What's going on, Loud and Clear? What's going on, Ian? What's going on, you guys? It is a busy Thursday for me, and I am doing a lot, and I still have to get on tonight. So, you guys, and then I had to deal with StreamYard here, so that was another thing. Okay, because you see it's blue down there, right? I'm not even messing with it. Yeah, StreamYard is acting wild, but we'll get through it. It's all good. What's up, Ian? What's up, Trace? What's going on? What's up, KRWN or Crown? I think I got that right. What's going on, you guys? All right, so we got a quick one today, all right? We're going to get right into it because I got a lot going on, but I wanted to come on and talk about a lot of these topics, and I wanted to come on and talk about a lot of things that I wanted to follow up on, okay? I see you guys in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, Danny? What's going on, Taurus Prince? I'm sorry. What's going on? All right, you guys. I suck with names sometimes. It is what it is. If I mess it up, feel free to correct me. All right, you guys. So I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're going to have a good weekend. However, we got to get into some topics because everybody's wilding out around here. So let's get into some topics. All right, you guys. So I want to get into this first topic. So this first topic, okay, is a part of our shots. All right. I want to get into a quick topic on Jimmy Kimmel. Now, everybody knows that Jimmy Kimmel, he's back, I guess. Okay. A lot of the news stations on the local side do not want to post Jimmy Kimmel. They don't want to do it. All right. So Jimmy Kimmel is on some of the stations, not on some of the stations. Who knows? I don't know. I don't watch them. Okay. But the problem with all of this is Jimmy Kimmel happens to be, I guess, feeling a little free. And the reason why I say he's feeling a little free is because he's starting to feel himself for the second night in a row. He's not only, talking about Donald Trump, but he's talking tough. Okay. I want you guys to see what Jimmy Kimmel has been saying out here in these streets. When I tell you that it's amazing that you spend 6 days on suspension and then you get on the internet and you say, it's not fair, this and that and the third. And then when you get back, you start the nonsense right back up. Okay. The BS is right back to where it was. So you guys, I want to get into that really quick. All right, here we go.
Very special friend. Moments after we taped our show last night, the Mad Red Hatter wrote, "I can't believe ABC Fake News gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back." You can't believe they gave me my job back. I can't believe we gave you your job back. And there's more. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. No, they weren't. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. That I can't argue with. Shut the up. The freedom of speech is only for me. We do not interrupt the president. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? Who puts the network in jeopardy? You hear that? There's the threat again. This time straight from FCC Biscuit's mouth. He goes, He says, I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Only Donald Trump would try to prove he wasn't threatening ABC by threatening ABC. And you almost have to feel sorry for the people who work for him, who try to clean up the messes. They've been bending over backwards to say, oh, he never threatened. J.D. Vance today made the claim that what the FCC chairman said was a joke, which I don't know, maybe that was a joke. I don't know. They go to all these lengths to say, oh, it wasn't coercion. The president was just musing. And then the second Trump is alone, he sits on the toilet, he gets his grubby little thumbs on his phone, and he immediately blows their excuses to smithereens and says, it was ratings that got me fired. Has anyone ever been fired for bad ratings on a Wednesday? This was his big closer. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. And he does know bad ratings. He has some of the worst ratings any president has ever had.
All right. So a couple of things. Whoever actually wrote some of this material, this is probably the funniest he's ever been. Okay. This is probably the funniest I've ever seen this idiot. All right. So Donald Trump wins again because he gave him something to work on. All right. Normally his material is dry as I don't know what. Okay. Now he's talking about favorable and unfavorable ratings. The Democrat Party can't get no lower. Okay. They can't get no lower than, Kamala at a limbo party. They can't get no lower than they already are. They're like a 16% approval rating. So I don't know what Jimmy Kimmel's talking about there. And then Jimmy Kimmel is trying to say that everybody at the White House has been threatening him. Since when? Since when? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this area is a whole new area for me with the liberals. Because liberals never, and I do mean they have never cared about free speech. I do agree that Jimmy Kimmel should be able to say whatever he wants to say. Absolutely. However, he forgets that he's on ABC. ABC has broadcasting contracts with the United States government. And it just is what it is. So certain things these networks are supposed to do. But I say let Jimmy Kimmel say whatever, okay? These next couple of days, Jimmy Kimmel is going to be on, and he's going to talk, and he's going to talk, and he's going to have some high ratings, I think. I think he's going to have high ratings. And then they're going to go right back to where they were. Because he's trying to say that he didn't have low ratings. Like most Democrats. All lies. All lies. What's going on? I see you guys in the chat. So yes, this is what Jimmy Kimmel decided to come back on the airways with, you guys. This is what he decided to come back with, okay? So the first night, he was talking trash. The second night, he's talking trash, okay? I think he's going to keep up with that for at least a week. Everybody's going to like it, and then it's going to be right back in the toilet. Yes, Tyrone, right back in the toilet. What's going on, Mandy? What's going on? Loud and clear. What's going on, Got Flavor? What's going on, Queen Bee? It's going to go right back in the toilet. Right back in the toilet. Because Jimmy Kimmel, in most of these late night talk shows, they don't have anything to talk about. The only one I actually find funny is Bill Maher. Bill Maher sometimes is funny to me. What's going on, Nick J? Bill Maher sometimes is funny. However, outside of that, these late night people are trash. So you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think about Jimmy Kimmel's second night. And he thinks he's on a roll. Okay. He thinks he's on a hot streak. He has some good writers. They're not the best, but they're better than the ones he had before he got canned. It is what it is. Ian, what? He's on HBO for. I think Bill Maher is pretty good. Now, Bill Maher was replaced by this person here. I don't know why. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel at all. But I could be wrong. So you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. All right. So now, let me go ahead and get into this. I want to go ahead and get into Trump talking about Ratchet Crockett. Let's get into Trump talking about Ratchet Crockett. Now, Ratchet Crockett decided that she was going to go do what she normally do. We have to talk about her every daggone day, almost every day. And I fear it's going to get even worse because she's out of a job. So we're going to be talking about her a lot. But Ratchet Crockett decided to say something about ICE. And then Trump was asked in the Oval Office about her comment. I want you guys to see what Trump had to say. Here we go.
Okay.
Yes,
please.
Jasmine Crockett recently.
Jasmine Crockett. Remember what I said? Is she a relation to the late great Davy Crockett? I don't think so. Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you, before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person.
We know.
I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one because she shouldn't even be in the class. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson between her and Ilman Omar
Ew.
and the group. You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want her. He said, "I don't want her." Okay, what else? Go ahead. Let's hear what Crockett said. Go ahead.
She compared ICE raids to slave patrol. I want to ask you.
To slave?
To slave patrol. I want to ask you, do you think that there should be consequences for members of Congress who make these types of comparisons or use this type of language?
Well, I think she's gone over the line, and I think a lot of the people. Look, the Democrats have become radical left lunatics. They have policies that nobody's going to buy. And, I see what's going on in New York. We're going to have perhaps a communist mayor because it's split up. If the people would get together and have one candidate, they'd have, I think, a pretty good chance. But it looks like maybe they're not going to do that. But we're going to end up with a communist mayor. It's not even believable, my beautiful New York. When I left New York to become president, it was a great place. But it was the beginning of bad things because we had de Blasio. Had just started as mayor, and I said, this guy's a real nut job. Went to Harvard to teach management. Can you believe it? He went to Harvard to teach city management along with the mayor of Chicago, who went to Harvard to teach. The two of them are teaching how to manage a city manage it into hell is what they do. But that was the beginning, and now we're going to go a step further. Now we're going with the communists. Can I be honest? I think it's the greatest thing to ever happen to the Republican Party. I really do. I think if a communist takes over New York City, I think that's a gift to the Republican Party. It's sad for New York, but it's a gift. And New York will recover because sometimes you need a shock like that to straighten you out. But it's politically, it's probably a very good thing.
Mr. President, can I ask you about immigration, crime, and the World Cup? Actually, so
That's a lot of.
You have a number of cities that are pushing back against your immigration deportation move, as well as your crime initiatives. Some of those cities.
I don't think they're very much.
But some of those cities have World Cup games. Yeah. Seattle, San Francisco.
They're going to be very. They're going to be very secure.
But could those games move if they don't cooperate with your crime push?
Well, that's an interesting. I guess, but we're going to make sure they're safe. They're run by radical left lunatics and that don't know what they're doing. Look at Washington, D.C. I just got numbers. There's like no crime in Washington, D.C. You, Jeff, will not be mugged walking down the street.
Yo, Trump is not going to let that go. He is not going to let that go. But he's absolutely right. Right? Washington, D.C., when I tell you, you didn't hear a peep. You didn't hear a peep. Okay? When Trump was doing that, whatever they want to call it, the occupation, all of that, you didn't hear a peep out of nobody. Okay, the YNs was in the house. All right, he got the crazies up off the street. All right, you either, went to a mental institution or if you were a criminal, you went to jail. I don't know. But they got everything together, right? We're paying tax dollars, and yet this is what I have to walk through. I have to walk through a line of trash. I have to, deal with people who are out of their minds. Some actually need help, right? So Donald Trump did all that. Donald Trump did absolutely all of that. And when he did that, he showed one thing. He showed that it could be done. And that's why the Democrats fought it tooth and nail. Okay. Mario Bowser is over there still trying to fight a child. It's so wild to me. It's so wild to me. They wanna do some things, but then some things they don't want to do because they don't want to give it to Trump. They don't want to give any praises to Donald Trump. It's so wild. And it's just like, this is for your constituents. Why don't you want to work together? I don't understand it. But going to Jasmine Crockett, here's the thing. Jasmine Crockett gets on my nerves. She said that ICE agents were slave catchers. They are equal to slave catchers. Since when? Illegal immigrants came over here illegally. You don't have to be here. Slaves actually were brought here against their will. So that's one thing that's completely different. Two, illegal immigrants are getting paid under the table. They're getting paid. Slaves did not get paid and still had to go back to work. Like I almost said it. That woman gets on my last nerve. Ratchet Crockett always says things that make no sense. It makes no sense. And then everybody just, she's so right. She's so real. Yeah, yes, she's so real. Please. Please. Doesn't make any sense. She's about as fake as, yeah. At the end of the day, that woman always has a false comparison, always has fake stats, always has no stats, okay, because she really doesn't know what she's talking about. And at the end of the day, she doesn't even have a seat right now. Okay, she's finishing out her term, but she really doesn't have a seat. So I'm trying to figure out, why are we listening to somebody that has never introduced legislation, doesn't really go to work, if you look at her voting record, and all she does is sit on MSNBC and CNN all day. Why are we listening to her? Like, why do we have to listen to her? Absolutely not. But they keep giving her a mic because she's the loudest in the room, okay? That's why we call her Ratchet Crockett. So you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think about that as well, okay? And last but not least, on our quick shots before we get into the show, because I see a lot of you guys have already pulled up. Last but not least, I want to get into Kamala. Kamala was heckled, okay? She was on her little book tour, and she got heckled. And then, she tried to be strong and whatever the Democrats want to call it. This is Kamala when she got heckled just yesterday. Here we go.
About how and why you were saying what you were saying now and how I felt about it. You're not letting me talk. You know what? I respect your right to speak.
I'm speaking. Okay.
Wait. Let's bring it. Hey. Let's bring the temperature down. Let's bring the temperature down. Unlike the current president of the United States. About how and why you were saying what you were saying.
Let's bring the temperature down, please. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They keep trying to make it like the right is the one doing all of the nonsense, bringing all of the heat. No, it's the left. It's absolutely the left. But they keep making it seem like it is the right. Okay, so now we're going to bring the temperature down. We're not going to do what Donald Trump does, when they literally did that for 4 years. And they stay gaslighting us. Kay Cooper, she has to mention Trump because nobody wants to buy that book. Okay, everybody just wants the juicy gossip that might be in it. Okay, and bald-headed Joy Reid already told us what was in it. All right, Joe Rogan. She slams Joe Rogan. Okay, she slams that call me daddy white girl. Okay, she slams that person. She basically says Pete Buttigieg is too gay. Okay, I'm giving y'all all the inserts of the book. Yeah, Buttigieg is gay. If we didn't already know that. Tim Walz is a suspected. What else we got? What else did she say was in that book? Oh, Joe Biden likes to eat ice cream. the auto pen. Okay. And that's pretty much it because she didn't do anything. Okay. She's going to tell us what she did for 107 days. Absolutely nothing. Because 60 of those days, I didn't see her. 2 of those weeks, she was, sitting around with celebrities. And the last week, she thought she was, running it up with the, the debate and everything that they just gave her. So, I mean, really more like 4 weeks, more like 30 days. Nick J, you hilarious. Not abortions and what? And word salad. You know what? Y'all are a mess. So yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. Okay. That's the book. That's the book. And you guys can go ahead and get that at your nearest recycle receptacle. You guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of these shots, which are our little short stories here. Let me know what you think about them because all of these people are just trash, except for Trump. All of them. But you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think about it. All right, you guys, we're about to get into the show. I think I have enough people in here. So we're going to get into the show. But before we do, I always want to acknowledge you guys. Thank you so much, Clay Display, with the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you. They don't want to. They don't want her to tell the truth. This is what you get when you go against the grain. They don't want Kamala to go tell the truth. What would Kamala tell the truth about, though? Like, what would Kamala have for us to really be interested in? I'm trying to think. What would Kamala have for us to be interested in? Because I don't. I'm gonna have to think on that one. But thank you for the super chat. Because no, her nor Joe Biden did anything. Like neither one of them actually did anything. I can't think of anything. So I'm like, what would they not want her to tell? Maybe the auto pen. Maybe that. Okay. Maybe that. I just had to think about it real quick. Thank you for the super chat. All right, you guys. Taurus Prince, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I'm still waiting on the debate between her and Sheldon. That is not happening. That is not happening. 1, because she don't have that district no more. 2, I don't think it's happening because Sheldon actually knows legislation, actually knows facts, actually can talk about something more than white supremacy. And if we're going to talk about white supremacy, we're going to actually talk about real white supremacy, okay, which would definitely be liberals, okay, Jim Crow Joe and Robert Byrd and, all those good old boys, Bill Clinton, the folks that masquerade as liking, Black people and minorities. We would have to get into that, and we can't get into it. So she's not going to do it. Not at all. Not at all. So you're never going to see that. She's been dodging that debate because the basic things the basic things she says don't make sense. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Exactly. So I agree. I definitely agree. 100%. Anton Daniels, what's up with the $4.99 for the 2025 super chat? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, let me read this. Okay, my baby girl, I love you in real life. My bad. I wasn't supposed to say that or not. And I can't stand you. These people have absolutely all the hate in the world for Anton Daniels and anybody associated with Anton Daniels, okay? And they just throw us all in the pot. We can't be nice. We can't say nothing to each other. I'm this, Molly's that, Anton's whatever. It's wild. you guys, it's wild online. And if you don't know who Anton Daniels is, please, please, please go look him up. But I know most of you already know. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Supporting the platform. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Clay and Taurus, for also supporting. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yeah, I know you guys know Anton already. Anton's everywhere. And shout out to Anton with those 1 million subscribers. Okay. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. All right. Anton, you know how to start some mess. They're going to clip my stuff up. They're going to clip me up. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's Thursday. I can't. It is Thursday. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into the TSU situation, okay? TSU, you guys, if you don't know, is an HBCU, okay? And this week they have been in the most drama I've ever seen for an HBCU, and especially politically, right? Because at the end of the day, politically speaking, you don't see many political talks and conversations on HBCU campuses. I don't see it. I never really do. Not at all. So with that being said, you know, when I saw this, I thought there was going to be an actual conversation going on. And there wasn't. And when I tell you the stuff that was actually going on this campus, it was quite embarrassing. And I do mean for Americans, for people of color, for liberals especially. You know, it was just quite embarrassing. So I really want to get into this, you guys, because I want to get your thoughts, right? Because I have some thoughts and opinions. And, you know, other people have expressed their thoughts and opinions, but I have my own. I want to get you guys'. So get active in the chat. You know, let me know what you think. You know, super chat if you got a really, 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 really good opinion. Because I would like to know what you guys think. So get active. Let's go. Here we go.
We had a group of people come and start to heckle us.
Why even provoke on our campus?
New tonight, chaos here at the Tennessee State University campus after a debate group visits the campus wearing MAGA hats and carrying signs against DEI and illegal immigration.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar joining us from TSU tonight after speaking with both students and that debate group.
Most students I spoke with are calling the conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Kate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, "DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk." TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday. What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion, knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just like insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last six stops, our first six stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Kate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus.
Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely. It's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in Nashville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about this?
We had a group of people.
What do you guys think about it? Because I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Okay, I see Kirk did it respectfully. Okay, I see no TSU. Okay, what's up, DJ Ace Productions? I see. Oh, good evening, Bag Chasers. What's up? Okay, I see both TSUs are ratchet. I see Warriors Peace. What's up? Defund them. Okay. All right. Chris Chapman, I see you. Okay. One of the most ratchet females I ever met was a TSU alum. Y'all are wild. All right. So here are my thoughts. All right. This whole situation could have been great. All right. When I saw it initially, I really thought, this was going to actually be a debate, right? And so this is actually what I saw. When I first wrote upon this, I saw this, okay? I didn't see the melee until afterwards, okay? So I saw that, oh, MAG is on campus, MAG is on campus. That's what I saw, okay? So I want to play this part, and then you'll see how it got into the melee, okay? Here we go.
Like there's nothing. So you feel like everybody. So what part of our systems is for people of color?
All of it. The entire system is for everybody. Anybody who's an American citizen.
So you feel like there's nothing. So you feel like everybody is equal.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's equal in their rights, but not everybody's obviously equal in their, what they have. Like, I grew up in a double wide trailer. He grew up in Boca Raton. So, we didn't grow up equal. We're both white. I mean, he's a Jew, so that's probably why he grew up in Boca Raton. But so we're not equal in what we possess as we start always, but we are equal in what we're allowed to do, our opportunity.
Can I ask you, do you think that there's any law that allows me to do something that you can't do, for example?
I don't think there's any laws that say that you can do something that I can't. But then again, this system can't be ignored. Like, we can't just say it does not exist because there are countless examples of it existing.
Maybe just one example of what you're talking about. So what's wrong with the system that allows, I guess, racism to be systemic or institutionalized?
I mean, I would argue the opposite. Like, again, we have civil rights acts on top of civil rights acts, in addition to the 14th Amendment's equal protection clause. 14th Amendment being written for the sole purpose of expanding and equalizing the rights of white people and black people. And furthermore, the 14th Amendment equal protection clause echoes exactly what like the Civil Rights Act says, right? You cannot be discriminated based on your inalienable characteristics like your race, your sex, your sexuality, etc.
But even though we have these laws, that doesn't stop it from happening. We still know that.
You're right. Racism does happen still, even though there are laws that ban it. And I think that those laws are oftentimes used to enforce a culture of anti-racism in the United States. We actually cancel people for being racist all the time. But we have in the system, as far as the system goes, you can't stop people from being racist on an individual level, unfortunately. It happens in every country, on every continent, all around the world, and it has since the beginning of time. But what you can do is make it illegal to institutionalize it by saying, you can't allow you have to allow everybody to eat at your restaurant. You can't not admit people based on their color. You can't prioritize people based on their color, etc. And I would say that I would say getting rid of DEI works towards that objective.
So y'all had say make America great again. How do y'all feel that America is not great, and how do y'all feel that America can be great again? And when was it great?
Yeah, I would say that the most recent example of America being great was the first term of Donald Trump. And then we had 4 years of Joe Biden in chaos, and then Trump is president again. So this is his campaign hat.
Now, the reason why I wanted to show this, one, it was what I saw first, but two is that young man that's talking to them, he doesn't agree with them, okay? But there are young men, young Black men that are willing to have a conversation, right? His stance, as you can see, he's pushing back the entire time, okay? And he has every right. He has a belief, whatever, right? But the conversation was civil, and it was back and forth. You give me I ask you a question, you give me a response, right? If I don't like it, I interrogate further. But I want you guys to see something. These are young men, okay? And this is a young man. Now watch what happens, and watch how it happens, and watch who does it. Just watch. Here we go.
For his, lead up to his second term.
First Amendment right. Okay, you can't.
Did you see it?
Come on, really? Seriously? Yo.
You better not, boy. You better not.
Okay. Guys, we're literally just here to have civil discussions.
So I don't know if you guys catch it, but what is it? What is it, chat? What is it? What is it? You got, I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? The masculine boys, or close to it, okay, decided that they would either engage or they didn't, all right? Because there were other young men standing around just watching, but they were not acting a fool. They were, talking amongst themselves. They weren't loud. They didn't touch any of their items, any of that. They sat there and they listened. They disagreed, but that was it, all right? And then you had the young man that was engaging. As soon as the women rolled up, okay, as soon as the ratchet Crockett's rolled up, okay, they started pulling stuff. They didn't want the boys to listen to anything. They didn't want the boys to hear anything. And mind you, they don't have to like MAGA, okay? They don't have to like it. They don't have to like anything about MAGA. They don't have to like the right. They don't have to like the Republicans. They don't have to like any of that. The problem is the boys either engaged or they didn't. The melee came from the girls, okay? The girls, all they saw was red hats, and then, oh my God, it's MAGA, it's MAGA, it's MAGA. The 92% is wild, okay? And then once the girls did it, you started seeing who else? You started seeing the boys jump in now, okay? And it's just like the women who went to vote for Kamala, okay? And then the 70% of men that strode to the polls right behind their women. That's what you see here, okay? No type of leadership. Absolutely no leadership. But that's what they teach on these liberal campuses. And it's not just HBCU. It's also those liberal white campuses. They do the same thing to those little white boys. But fortunately for those little white boys, they have somebody trying to do outreach, like Charlie Kirk. He's trying to do outreach to those little white boys. Who's doing outreach to these boys? Who's trying to get them so they can grow up to be leaders instead of followers, okay? And then you have little Black boys doing what gets them killed the most, okay? Jumping up for women who start nonsense. Okay? That one right there. Little pajama pants. Okay? Little pajama pants. You see how he's jumping up in his face? That girl stole that man's stuff. Okay?
Seriously?
Yo. Oh, you better not, boy. You better not.
Okay.
You better not. You better not. You better not.
So, what are we doing? And this was my problem with the whole entire thing. It's a perpetual cycle. Okay? You have these young boys who are essentially, yes, Shadow Dragon TV, yes, who are essentially crash dummies. Okay? They're just crash dummies. That's what's happening. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I saw. And that's what got on my nerves. Everyone wants to talk about, it's racism. These are, I don't even know these men. Okay. I don't know if they're, white racist or not. Okay. They could be. I don't know. However, that's not what I saw. I saw two boys trying to engage. Now, could it been that they went on this campus because they wanted clout, or they wanted, or they figured something might happen, or whatever. It could have been, but that is literally all speculation. I'm going by what I actually saw, because I can't disprove any of those narratives, right? Because it's speculation. I can't disprove or approve of those narratives, because they could be factual, they could not be. However, what I do know is a fact is that these boys are on the campuses trying to talk. And when I saw them engaged with a young man, with a young black man, boom, that clicked for me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you get those black boys starting to listen to conservative talking points, I guarantee you everything changes. Absolutely everything changes. You get those boys in a different mindset out of a certain space, and you get them from around those females, you get a different type of young man. Okay? Honestly and truly. Honestly and truly. That's what I saw. Okay? Now, the rest of it, you can do it whatever you want to do with it. Okay? Because at this point, it's a free fall. But I paid attention to this part, because this part is the most intriguing to me. It's the most intriguing, because this was the part that actually showed to me what the intentions were. Because the way everybody just makes it look is that they went on the campus, they sat down, and oh my God, it was MAGA. But they were actually having good conversations. Should they maybe have asked for permission? Maybe. Maybe not, right? It's public campus, they can go. But maybe they should have. That way, they can be protected, and, and others. But I always fear that we're talking about the wrong narrative. And if we talk about it, then it's a problem, right? It's, you don't like black people. Oh, you just want to take up for the white man. Oh, this, that, and the third. I don't care what they're talking about, because you can't say you want to be in the conversation, but you don't want to talk to nobody. You can't say they always leave us out, but when they go and talk to you, regardless of if you think their intentions are bad. Let's say their intentions are bad. They were talking to you. You could have showed them up. You could have showed them, you thought you was coming here to get a reaction out of us. If that's what you truly believe. You thought you was coming here to get a reaction out of us. Okay, let me give you this. Like, it was so many things that could have happened. It was just so many things that I thought this moment could have done. Right? Because you're in college. You're in college. And you mean to tell me You can't use your words. Like this was wild to me. And I thought it was such a missed opportunity. Because young people, these are not babies. I'm tired of people calling them kids. They're not kids. They're not babies. Okay. These are young adults. And this is where you have to catch them. Meaning in the adult world. Okay. This is where you got to catch them. So that was my thoughts on it. But, people wanted to focus on, all of this. Because once that happened, the little melee happened, I knew it was a free fall. Yeah. All of this started happening.
Thank you, officers.
We're gonna do like a little end live pregame or postgame situation where we have 500 people watching.
We got 500 right here watching.
Look.
This one right here, child, he barely black. Okay, he one of them people that just put black on his card. He knew they'd just call him light skin, and he'll say my great grandfather is black. One of them people, one of them Sean King people. Okay, this is a questionable black person right here. However, okay, what is that? What is that? What is that? Why? Not a God flavor. Go sit down. But here's the thing. Why do all this? Why? You could have had a good argument and said, got up to the mic and said, I think you're here based off bad faith. I think this, that, and third. And that would have went viral to show how astute young black students are. And when the white boys showed up and thought they were going to get a ghetto ratchet reaction, you showed something different. But absolutely not. This is what happens. And it's such a missed opportunity. And now you see this everywhere. And now you have everybody and their mama online trying to combat it. And I'm just like, no. You should have caught it in the first place. This was wild. I really thought it was a missed opportunity because the young man that was speaking initially, I thought he was doing a great job. He didn't agree, but he was poised. He spoke his points very well. If he had a pushback, he pushed back. If he had another question, he had another question. And I don't understand why they couldn't just all do that. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments and in the chat, because I could be wrong. Okay. People tell me I'm wrong all the time. Mika, you wrong. Especially when I'm, on other platforms. You can catch me on After Hours tonight too. But yeah, people tell me I'm wrong all the time. Okay. And I don't have a problem with a pushback. I don't have a problem with pushback. I have a problem with people who cannot articulate their points. I have a problem with people who use violence instead of articulating their points. I have a problem with people that don't know how to articulate their points. Like, I just have a problem with that in any sense of the word. And then the climate that we're in with the political violence and all of this stuff, I just thought this was wild. Now, on the flip side, I do think you guys need to be careful with what's happening, on either side. If liberals want to go speak to conservatives and things like that, like, it's too much stuff going on. You guys need to talk to these schools if you want to go talk to the other side, because there's too many people like that. Okay. Or like the person that, allegedly shot at Charlie Kirk. Okay. There's too many people like this. There's too many nuts. So you guys need to protect yourself and stay safe. So Let me know what you guys think. Yes, Gary, yes. I completely thought it was a missed opportunity. Completely missed. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, you guys. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Pour it up in the comments. Let me get to some of these super chats. Okay. Taurus Prince says, defund that school. They just got funded. That's the crazy part. They just got funded by head MAGA in chief. Okay. Donald Trump for the second time. The racists funded them for the second time. Not once, but twice. Okay. Not once, but twice. It's a shame. Thank you for the super chat. Taurus Prince with the $5 super chat. Pajama Pants would have got a Street Fighter uppercut. yeah. He rolled up. I keep telling people, look, y'all keep rolling up in people's faces. They know jujitsu. They know all types of stuff. They be wrestling. You keep rolling up in people's faces, you're gonna get wrapped up. Okay. It's wild to me that people just jump in people's faces and don't know, what they got on them. It's crazy, but people continue to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate your super chat. The $5 super chat from DJ Ace Productions. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And Taurus Prince with the $2 super chat. These are HBCUYNs. I can't. Oh, y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. All right. So let's get into HBCUYNs. Let's get into overdosing on this Tylenol and why these chicks are online doing the most. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing this? Okay, so yesterday I happened to see all of this going on about women and Tylenol. Okay. Let me pull this up. I'm trying to pull it up. But yeah, I saw all this nonsense about women and Tylenol yesterday. And the thing about it is I can't think of a time that women would really need to take Tylenol while they're pregnant. I really don't. And you guys can let me know in the chat if you have a difference of opinion. But I can't think of a time where you would really need to take a lot of Tylenol. But just like we talked about with the unrulies over there at TSU, we're going to talk about the unruly leftist women, okay, who are so unruly that they would put their babies at risk because they don't like Donald Trump. Okay. That's what they're doing. They have TDS, they have bald-headed reasoning, they have all types of things going on. All right. They're just absolute nuts. And they rather put their babies at risk than just say, maybe this might not be so well. Maybe I don't use it unless it's something really wrong, and then I can consult my doctor. But no, they just go and do the most. I want you guys to see what these chicks were online doing yesterday. Here we go. These chicks these chicks, they're taking Tylenol. Some of them drank a lot of caffeine, okay, which is a no-no when you're pregnant. They drink a lot of caffeine. They're still out here doing their Starbucks and their teas and their bubble teas, and they just have to have like all that stuff at the bottom. I don't even know what that is at the bottom because I don't drink any of that because it's like 5,000 calories. But they're rebellious. They have this rebellious spirit. And it's wild to me because one minute they're like, oh, men don't protect us. And then when men try, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm not listening to you. Okay. So that was just one. There's multiple. Here we go.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm going to take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's going to work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
I'm going to tell you right now, whoever got her knocked up, best believe if you try to leave her, welcome to child support, welcome to whatever you got to your name is going to be gone. Okay? That is an unruly woman, right? Just because you said something, she's going to do the exact opposite. Just to spite you, not worrying about the baby. That's what, yes, run. Just plain old evil. Okay? I wouldn't even want to be friends with women like this. This is ridiculous. Oh, you said it? Oh, I'm going to do the complete opposite. Maybe Trump should get on the Planned Parenthood train, because maybe then they would stop that. You know, because they like doing the exact opposite of what Trump likes to do. Maybe that might help. Like Trump, everything that Trump doesn't like, he just needs to add his name to it. Because they like to do the exact opposite, you guys. What's wrong with these women? They're stupid. One. And two, they're feminists. Okay? They cannot be told what to do. They cannot be tamed. Okay? Leave them out there. Leave them out there. The same thing I think about these crazy leftist cities that Trump shouldn't go and try to save them. Stop trying to save these heifers. Stop it. Leave them out there. Leave them. Okay? Let them take all of the aspirin and the, Tylenol and Perk 30s and whatever they want to take. Let them take it. Okay? All the NyQuil that they want to take. Let them take it. Okay? And it's crazy to me that they even have all this pushback, because where Trump got it from is their favorite liberal university. Okay? The one that they said Trump was trying to silence. Okay? This came from Harvard. They love Harvard. They love it. Okay? They did a bunch of studies. Now all of a sudden they don't like Harvard. Now all of a sudden Harvard is not the end all be all. But meanwhile, earlier when Trump was saying that he was going to defund Harvard, they were like, oh, they have all these studies and Harvard does groundbreaking this. Okay, so they do groundbreaking this and that. Okay, they do groundbreaking science. Well, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And they found that using that good old Tylenol during pregnancy may increase children's autism and ADHD. But we only like Harvard when it fits the liberal narratives. We don't like it when it fits everything else. Okay. All right. So if that wasn't enough, you guys, this happened. This nurse got online, okay, and she talked about another unruly woman that was so selfish that she not only ruined her life, she potentially ruined her baby's life and possibly the father. Okay. I want y'all to hear this story. Here we go.
So it's about, going to be 6 a.m. finally. And for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend that you do. I got a call, very frantic call at 4 o'clock in the morning from a husband whose wife is now dying of liver failure on a ventilator in an ICU. Because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said on the news. Mind you, that's a Harvard study. Now, whether or not you believe the Harvard study or not is not the issue here. The issue is that she's somewhere between 23 to 25 weeks and she overdosed on Tylenol. And she's going to die. She's not going to come off that ventilator. And the guy got my phone number from somebody gave it to him. I mean, guys, it's early in the morning. I'm still in Hello Kitty sweatpants in my gym.
We need to see
trying to work out. And she's going to die. It's going to be, let me tell you something about Tylenol overdosing and death, is that if you aren't administered the antidote, it is a very slow and painful death, okay? Because Tylenol, as well as Benadryl and aspirin, are the 3 most common OTCs that people will typically try to unalive themselves with, so I don't get censored. But now people are just taking massive amounts of Tylenol to prove Trump wrong. I mean, weren't these the same people who put Harvard and Fauci and the pillars of science on a pedestal?
Mm-hmm.
And now they refuse to believe it. Like, I don't believe it either. But I'm also not going to go overdose on Tylenol either. And it's just so sad because he has to make the choice of them going and trying to emergency deliver this baby, and the baby may not survive. Baby's going to spend a long time in the NICU. Hopefully the baby will survive. And remember, guys, preemies have complications even if they do survive.
Yep.
I didn't ask him if he had more children. So, I mean, let's say this woman they had more children. They lost their mother. Baby's not going to grow up with the mom. He lost his whole life if this baby dies too. All because of TikTok challenges, guys. Everybody wants, well, not everybody, but maybe these crazy liberal women. They literally hate Trump so bad that she killed herself and her baby potentially. I'm just I don't even have words for this because it's such a waste of life. It's such a waste of life. This was a preventable situation. This situation didn't even have to exist.
That's a fact.
It wasn't like she woke up and was in a car accident, a freak car accident, or something fell off a building and killed her. She willfully did this herself. So I don't know. What are you guys saying? I've got to stay off TikTok because that's all the nonsense that I keep seeing right now.
So you guys, that is just one of the stories that I saw. All right. Nurses are online right now talking about women are coming in pregnant and overdosing. It is absolutely stupid. Absolutely dumb. I don't care what you do with yourself, but when you're pregnant, your body don't belong to you. Now, I know these liberal women, these I need to be nice. I know these rebellious spirits don't believe it. It's their body, and whenever they want to do something, they can do it. And some of them even believe that the babies are parasites. It's wild. The stuff that they say is just wild. But you have somebody else growing inside of you, and now you're dead, pretty much. You didn't unalive yourself, okay? But now somebody else has to fight for their life because of you, which is bad parenting 101, and which is the worst mother 101. But everybody will say, oh, she was such a great woman. No, she was a bad mother from start to finish, all 23 weeks. It's just wild. It's so wild. It's extremely wild. And you guys, last but not least, I want to show you, a little TikTok I had made because I saw this with Tylenol, and then I saw something else with Tylenol. So I want to show you guys this because I put this up, and it did really well. So I want you guys to see it. Here we go. You guys, I just want to come on here and say Trump is right about everything. Okay, you see it, right? Okay, Trump is right about everything. Look at this, Tylenol. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns. March 7th, 2017. That was a tweet. Oh, now Tylenol wants to get upset because Trump has proved them wrong with their own tweet. However, this is what they're going to do. This post was deleted by author. I wonder why. Because Trump is right about everything. Facts. You guys, I just want to come on. So I made this because not only did I see, that old tweet from Tylenol, I also saw the fact that Tylenol went back and took it off because people started to cite it. So Tylenol tried to cancel it, and people caught it. It's wild. If it's okay, then just leave it up. All right. But people, of course, don't want to get sued. That's why they decided to take it off. Okay. That's why they decided to take it off. But at the end of the day, if you take it off, then that tells me there's something to it. Okay. There's something to it. And this isn't the first time that I've heard things about Tylenol while you're pregnant. On top of the vaxes, on top of everything else. It's just wild. And then there were other things that Tylenol, had up, and it was crazy because Tylenol had up some other stuff. And let's see if I can get it up here. Here we go. Yeah, Tylenol had this up, which was wild. All right. And it says, that's the one at the top that I just showed you. And then this one here says, congrats on your upcoming edition. So exciting. It would be a great touch to touch base real quick since we haven't tested Tylenol to be used during pregnancy. So Tylenol is admitting, okay, this is 6/17/19. This is their page. Tylenol is admitting it hasn't even been tested at this point. So what is the argument? What is the debate? What is the pushback? Okay. Even if you don't like Donald Trump, there's got to be something to it. Absolutely. So you guys, it's just it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. But those women actually put their babies at risk. They actually put their babies in, they actually put their babies in harm's way. Okay. All to just say that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's talking about. And this is the problem with feminism, liberalism, communism, Marxism. This is the problem. And it's over there on the left. It's over there. The women, the men, the boys, the minorities, it's so much. It's so much. And it's killing a portion of our population. It really is. It really is, especially the children. And I just found that Tylenol story to be wild. Like, that was wild to me because you are literally going to hurt your child because you don't like Orange Man Bad. You're going to hurt your child because you don't like an 80-year-old grandpa. You're going to hurt your child because you don't like Donald Trump. It's wild to me. But I'm not surprised. Not at all. But you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about all of that. Okay? Let me know what you guys think about the HBCUs. Let me know what you guys think about Donald Trump and this Tylenol. Let me know what you think about I was about to say the Jezebels. Let me know what you think about the rebellious women. Let me know what you think about Tylenol backpedaling. Okay. Let me know what you think about Ratchet Crockett always opening her mouth where it doesn't belong. Okay. Let me know what you think about Kamala getting heckled. Let me know what you think about everything we talked about today, including Jimmy Kimmel getting slick. Let me know. 304s. Y'all are wild. No child left behind. You know what? Y'all are crazy. Look, you guys. Thank you so much. Artifacts. Chris Champ. Thank you so much. Loud and clear. What the? Thank you so much. Ian. America 12U. Thank you so much for pulling up. Kicking it with a chef. Thank you so much. Terrible People Podcast. What's up? Brian. What's up? Rocks. Miss Freckles. Hey, love. Samantha Katz. Loud and clear. Ian. I think I said it already. But sorry. Quick Fix. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else we got in the building? The Genius. Oh, okay. The Genius CEO. Thank you so much for pulling up. What? Because I can. And it irritates me sometimes because it gets in my ear. So I keep flipping my hair. You don't like when I flip my hair? Y'all are wild. Thank you so much, Dion. I appreciate you pulling up. Who else? Brian, Sean. Who else? Shadow Dragon TV. Thank you so much for pulling up. Wars, peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much to Taurus Prince for the super chat as well. DJ Ace. Thank you for pulling up and the super chat. Thank you so much to Clay Display. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you so much to Anton Daniels. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate the super chat. I honestly do. I appreciate all of you guys for always pulling up and supporting the platform. Thank you so much, Empire Foundation. Thank you so much to Magnificent Gaming. Who else is in the building? Your car. Thank you. My Rio, Angel, Trace, Quick Fix. I think I said Quick Fix already, but who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, there's a good amount of you guys in. Queen B, thank you so much, love, for pulling up. You guys, thank you so much for supporting the platform. Shane. And thank you to Mike That Dude on Cash App, because I always forget because it's separate from my platform. So thank you so much for the last Cash App from last time and this time. Thank you so much. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Tyrone. I think I got most of you guys. If I didn't get you, I will get you next time. Thank you, Just a Brown Girl, for pulling up. I see you in the building. And Labudo TV Network. Labudo Network. Thank you so much. I appreciate you pulling up. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. It's your girl, Mika. And I'm out. And don't forget to go like, comment, and subscribe. Comment in the chat. Let me know what you think about all of this. Make sure you tune in every Thursday. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday. And if we change the schedule, I will let you guys know. But until then, it's your girl, Mika, and I'm out. Peace.